No, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I made a decision not knowing what I wanted to do and started with a career that I actually wound up changing later on. So I had no idea. I still don't really know what I want to do. I followed through with the plan I had at the time. I went and got my commercial pilot's license and I flew as a pilot for 7 years and decided that I didn't like to stick with that career, and that's when I changed to being a police officer. Well, it took me about a year after high school to start my flying career, and then, like I said, about 7 years later, I changed my profession to being a police officer. So for me, the decisions happen as they need to happen, and I don't think a career is something you're tied down to forever. My first decision was just based on what I wanted to do, what adventure I wanted. And I wasn't so fussy about what I did as long as I was having an adventure. And as I grew older, I started to see the benefit more of the job security and the wages and benefits. So that's why I made my change. Mostly it was friends I had that were police officers, and I decided it was a career that would allow me to have the adventure and the variety that I liked, but also the job security and the benefits that I needed. It's a long application process with medical clearances and physical abilities testing and interview process and criminal record checks. And once all of those things were done and I passed an aptitude test, then there was a 6-month training course in Regina at a place called Depot, the RCMP Academy. And after that, there was another 6 months of on-the-job training with a field coach. So it was quite a long process. My favorite part of the job is the variety, because I'm the kind of person who really doesn't know what I want to do when I grow up. I like the fact that there's a lot of different jobs I can do within the RCMP, and I've had the opportunity to do a lot of different things in different places. The least favorite would probably be the stereotypes that are applied to police officers and having to convince people that I'm not always what they think I am. I think the biggest thing for me would have been more guidance from my parents or my teachers. At the time, everyone was telling me how it was entirely my choice and it was whatever I wanted to do, which was nice to have the options, but I think a little assistance in directing my efforts to where my strengths were would have helped me a lot. When I was in high school, I was very unsure of what I wanted to do, and I think the biggest change I would have made would have been to go to university and spend a little time studying before I really chose a career to work at. I would say don't focus so much on the career, focus more on the lifestyle that you want to lead and what you need to have that lifestyle, and then find a career that'll match that. That's how you'll probably find the greatest satisfaction in your life.